Hello! I have not posted for a while, but I have not been writing, so I hadn't had anything to say. But good news is that I have posted a new book. It is the Alphas Curvy Match 2.1. So I am doing the chapters thing again. It worked really well with the last book, so now I'm exploring it again on a longer book. And something tells me there's going to be a few more chapters for this one. It's going to take me a longer time to write it. So this is the only way I can be releasing titles in English over the next few weeks, I guess. Meanwhile, I do have two more books in French and a book in Italian that's now live, and the German book should be coming anytime soon. You don't need the titles of that, but that's always how I switch my time or kind of share my time between English and foreign titles. But other than that, I gotta say, I've been suffering from a real lack of motivation, which is unusual for me. I am not in a great place, but I am pushing through it. It just means that I'm writing exceptionally slowly and also fighting for motivation to make a new video. Not this video, but my Sunday's video. And I have an idea for Sunday. I think it's funny. It just requires work, and I'm having a hard time sitting down and focusing on writing it. Yeah. I was on a sports team a couple of years ago. Actually, I was on a sports team a couple of months ago. But we went to the Nationals a couple of years ago, and we won national champions. And then the following year, I, of course, went back to play Nationals again. I went to the team and said, hey, I want to play. And they didn't choose me, and that kind of really upset me. And this week someone contacted me from the team and apologized and said they made a big mistake for not putting me on the team, and that's really wonderful and great, but it kind of brought up all those emotions that happened back then, and I was not happy at the time, let me tell you. So that, on top of everything else, has really kind of killed my motivation to really do any work, which is not great, considering, always must be writing. But I will push through this. But I will say this. You know what? I'm not quite sure how other authors feel about their work. I imagine that there's many authors out there that feel down on themselves about what they do. But, not what they do, but about what it reads like to them. But I gotta say, I'm not one of those authors. Every so often I have to go back and read something that I've written, and because I'm doing the Alphas Curvy Match, I had to go back and read the Alphas Curvy Match 1, see how that was, and there's really nothing in this world that I probably could be doing better than writing. I do a lot of things, or I've done a lot of things. I've been an actor, I've been a director, I've been a producer, I've worked in marketing, I've done a bunch of stuff. But damn, and it could just because of the fact that, I know my sense of humor. I know what type of stories I like, so I write the type of stories I like. But every time I read something that I've written, to be completely honest, I say, why aren't I selling more in English? Why aren't I selling more? And then I think about how little I market and go, oh, that's right, that's why. But I don't think there's anything I can be doing in this world that would top that. Like, I could spend the rest of my life now trying to be as an actor or acting, whatever else. And I don't think that I would be a better actor than I am a storyteller, like a book storyteller. I'm just so proud of some of the things I've written, and I really wish that more people would, give it a chance and read it, because the stories, they make me laugh, and they keep me on the edge of my seat. Like, for example, the Alphas Curvy Match 2.1. I struggled through it. Man, did I suffer through it. It took me forever to write the first 2,000 words, and then it took me the next day to write 600. And I was sure that it was just kind of crappy, so it took me another day to edit it. And then I read it, and I'm just like, oh my God, Who wrote this? And every single time I write something and read it back, I get intimidated because I keep thinking there's no way possible that I could replicate that. I mean, I know I wrote it the first time and I didn't think about it, I just did it and it happened. But there's no way I can do this again. Like, I say that every single time. And every single time I surprise myself. And I know this is really sounding really self-congratulatory now. But it just surprises me. And I'm really proud of it. You know, you don't always do stuff that you appreciate in life. Like, sometimes you're just stuck in jobs that you hate, or you just do because that's what pays you. But, you know, I'm starting to realize that I think I'm doing the thing that I could do the best in the world. I'm doing what I could do the best in writing, and I'm really pleased that I have that opportunity, and that given that opportunity, I'm writing what I'm writing. That's all. I just wanted to share that. I hope you guys like what I write as much as I do. But sincerely, I really hope that you guys get something out of the things that I write. I know it's romance and it's not big philosophical stuff, which is what I used to write. But I really hope you love my characters, because I do. I always feel whenever I read something that I wrote like a year ago or something like that, or 2 years ago, I always really feel for the characters. And by this time I'm completely disconnected from it. I don't know what's coming. I don't know where it's going. But I really hope that you guys are taken on a journey, and that you guys, you know, really enjoy the characters that I create, because I don't know where they come from. You know, I could say they're kind of a combination of people I've met and ideas I've had, and just all these various observations. But yeah, it's I honestly hope that you guys enjoy them, because that's as good as it's gonna get. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's who I am. But that's it for me. I am going to try and write tomorrow. Today was about figuring out what chapter 2 is, and what has happened to Jenny since we left off on the first book, and what her big dilemma is. I know what the arc is, and I know the 2 beats within the arc, but you know, each character has to have their own individual motivations, as well as kind of like a motivation in total. So there's like an arc, and I had his motivation and his little beats, but I hadn't had hers yet. So I figured that out today, kind of broadly. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to sit down and start writing chapter 2. And hopefully after that, like next week, it'll just start coming more smoothly and more quickly. Although I can tell you right now, this is going to take me a couple of weeks to write, because it's not going to be a short one. Which is why, another reason why I'm glad I'm doing the whole chapter release thing. But I digress. I don't digress. I'm just kind of babbling. It's been a tough couple of days for me. It's been a while. I need to make some changes in my life. Don't know what they are yet, but I just feel the changes coming. Anyway, please check out the Alphas Curvy Match 2.1. It's in Amazon right now. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get it. Of course, read it for free. And the next one should be coming the next couple of days. I'll talk to you soon.